Good morning, I am Pete, also known as Risk for Rewards, or over on Twitter at Risk for Rewards. Currently got around 18,400 followers over there, and we've got about 1,500 here on YouTube. If you haven't already subscribed, if you click the link at the bottom, you can subscribe, and then as soon as my content comes live, this will be directed straight to yourself. Tomorrow there'll be a Punchtown video. Obviously today, well, I say obviously, you don't know. Currently it's 12 o'clock on Saturday, so obviously we haven't had any racing today. But I'm getting this done beforehand because I'm having many questions still on how it works. So today's video is going to be purely and simple. It's just going to be about how the Discord works. There is going to be Telegram, we just haven't set it up yet. But I just want to explain, when I first come to Discord, I thought it looked quite complicated. But in all honesty, it's just like a posher version of any sort of messenger system, and it's actually very good. So the easiest way to find, obviously, how to get to the subscription is just clicking the link here. It says £7.50. It is £7.50. We did not realise that there's a £1.50 charge from Patreon, so it will actually be £9 a month. So apologies for that. But prior to anyone signing up now, obviously at least you know now that it is £9, not £7.50. All you do is click that, and then you'll be sent a link, and it will take you straight across to the Discord itself. So I'll close that, and I'll close my Twitter. So here is Discord. So to put it quite simply. So as you can see here from Discord, this is obviously the desktop version, but this is exactly the same as how it comes up on how it will come up on your computer, on your mobile phone. And basically along here, all down your left hand side, these are all separate channels. So you can mute every individual channel. So it's catered so that if you're a person who wants to be involved in all the content, then you can obviously have them all on. If not, then you just click it, you go to the top right corner of each channel, and you can mute each channel individually. And this way it means you get no notifications about anything else, because we're having a variety of different people of how they like to enjoy it. So the landing page is obviously when members come in. The welcome page is what you've got here. This is all of the different things that you're signing up for, what you're going to get by being in part of the group. The members lounge is where people talk about the racing, basically the selections for the day, how to get involved, who do you think will win this, what's your thought on this for Royal Ascot, etc, etc. I'll give you a quick flick there. So just a quick flick, it's just people talking about racing. Oh, what do you fancy this? What do you fancy that? Just a lot of like-minded people, and what their opinions are on racing and stuff. It's just like a mini version of Twitter, but it's just private. So people can feel confident and competent and putting whatever they want on there and chatting about it. This is the members nap, where people are allowed to put their selection on for the day. And then obviously people can put a bit of information of why they fancy it, and some members will follow them, some won't. Obviously you can see we've been going for about 6 days now, so obviously people are starting to gather, oh, this guy's really knows his stuff, so I'm going to follow him, because obviously it is about us, obviously as a three providing selections, but it's also about other people building theirs and saying, oh yeah, that's good, and obviously people meeting and getting to know each other and chatting about things. And then this is a football channel. So since this has been open, it's only been open a week, we've had a lot of feedback. Haven't had anything negative, but we've had questions, and people asked, one thing was, can we have a football channel? So when the Champions League's on, the Premiership, so we can put our football bets on there, so we could chat about it, say what's going on, and people can just chat about football all day. So there's a football channel. So these are obviously all the members' channels, but the big thing about this is the fact that for some, they've got no interest in this. They are just here purely for the selections. So all they do is they just go to each channel, you click the top right corner, and then you just turn notifications off for that channel, and then you will get nothing. And that's fine. And then for others, they absolutely love this. They just chatter away to each other, and it just means people can compare. If people are like, oh, what does he mean by those, put 2 points on this? Or it means they can ask each other. They're not going onto Twitter, putting it on Twitter, and they might not have a certain amount of followers, and they don't get a response. So this is just allowing people to educate each other and to help each other out. So obviously, as you can see here, I'm not going to click into them because obviously it's not fair on people who have paid. But this is the Cheltenham Anti-Post 2024. This is for Flat Anti-Post 2023. And this is for weekend content. So my weekend content is basically everything that's on Twitter today. That would have gone up a few days ago, or on this occasion it actually went up yesterday. And they just get the exact same version of what you get on Twitter, but they're getting it before everyone else. So all the prices have moved on the 5 selections that I've got today on Saturday. So they have like Mojo Star at 4-1, who's now a 9-4 shot. Who else have I put up today? Who else have we got? Mojo Star. I can't even think off the top of my head. Obviously, an anti-post selection. I actually put an anti-post selection up for this weekend, which hasn't ran yet, but that was 9-1, and it's now around 5-1, 6-1. So it just means they're getting it early. I'm not taking anything away from Twitter. I'm just bending over backwards to get more across to these guys first, because they've paid the fee, and that's what they've came here to do. So they've got all of that, and then obviously everything else will go onto Twitter afterwards. Flat anti-post will go on here, exactly the same as what I've described, and then it'll go onto Twitter afterwards. So all these guys are getting is just a guaranteed price. The moment I press my bet, I then put it straight onto there. I've took nothing away from Twitter, nothing away from YouTube. It's just the fact that I'm doing the extra bit to get it to them first, and then it will go up. Obviously the same here, these are the algo trades, so obviously put 1 point each way on this, on that, and that's, as I said, using maths, modelling, statistics, money movement. There's plenty of different aspects that go into this, but obviously this isn't my forte, so I'm not going to stand here and tell you what it is. And this is the owner stable information compared with form, recent, and this has had a few winners this week, and this is another angle. And as I said, some people literally just have these 5 channels set up. So it means that then on their phone, it'll ping up like a WhatsApp message, and it will say Discord, Algo trade, blah, 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 and tell you exactly what to put. So, I mean, this is why we're not in such a rush for the Telegram, because this is doing exactly the same thing. And like I said, some people want to chit chat all day, some people don't, and they're just interested in the content. So obviously this is a place where you can put your winning slips. So people who have had, even if they're not the winning slips from the selections or whatever, they put their winning slips up on if they've had a great day. If someone's put a 50-1 winner up, like one of the guys did this week, then they put it in the winning slips. And it's brilliant for them, because obviously if they've shared it, it means everyone's booming and everyone's happy. So it's just, as I said, it's about being a community, and that's what it's all about. We are going to shut the... I don't know what I've done there. Oh dear. Put that back down there. We are going to shut the group tomorrow evening. So today's Saturday. So it will be shut at Sunday midnight. There won't be a way where you can click on the Patreon and go through and link. And we're going to shut it for Punchestown. Just let the group settle, see how everyone's getting on. And then we'll go from there. We'll work out when we're going to open it again. Maybe it'll be before the Guineas. Maybe it won't be. But it's just so that we can all, obviously people can bed in. They can obviously check that they can all get on the prices. It means that the volume's not going too mad if someone puts a selection up and they don't get the prices, and we can get a feel for everyone who's obviously in there, and then work out from there. So if you are looking for Punchestown selections, obviously everything from me will be on Twitter, it will be on YouTube, it will be everywhere, but obviously this place will just get it first. So if you want those, then obviously you need to sign up by tomorrow night. If not, it'll come back around, but obviously it'll be towards the Guineas, so probably the early stages of next month rather than this month. So yeah, that's basically it. There's not, if people have got questions, I've kept my DMs open. They will get closed, but they're open at the moment if anyone has got questions, and you can also direct message on Discord itself. So just going to, obviously I'm going to press play on this, but I've kept it on mute. But this is just a little bit of an example of just things that obviously selections that have gone on in the group in the last 5 days, and then how obviously the group responds, just because it is, at the end of the day, it's about being a community. Look, so all of these guys, everyone's like loving it, and this is how in my opinion, this is when I first come to Twitter. I was in a group, it had about 20 people, and Twitter was not so much small, but my community was small that I was in. So when people were putting bets up, everyone was like, yeah, brilliant, that's a great win. Whereas Twitter's expanded, everyone seems to have expanded, and it's not quite the same as it used to be. It's a brilliant platform, and it's a platform that I think is best for horse racing, but at the same time, you are in a large environment, as in a large platform. So you could follow someone's selections and you could think, oh, that's brilliant, great win, sort of thing. But you don't have anyone to celebrate it with, if that makes sense. Whereas by doing this, it's allowing everyone to just get on here and they can be like, yeah, we're all one team, one fight, sort of thing. And it allows people that do have maybe a smaller following and they want to be part of a big group that everyone is in a group. It's one from myself. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's just entirely up to you. As I've said previously, I don't want to take anything away from YouTube, and I won't be taking anything away from Twitter. That's as my personal, as in risk for rewards. The full content will be going on there. It's just if you want it beforehand, if you want the early selections, if you want things before, and also obviously if you want these 2 guys selections, and there will be complete transparency. As I've said many times before, they've got stake plan in here, they've got education. So if you don't know how to do a staking plan, if you haven't got a method of how to track things on like Excel or whatever, you can click the education and it'll explain to you how to do these sort of things. So look, cognitive biases, explaining to people this is how you could do this. And then obviously stake planning. It's got different examples of how you can stake your pot. And there's also plenty of people in the group that obviously can help you with that. So anyway, that's basically, I don't want to go into too